On his way to the quarters, Leo ran into Gemino, who tried to block his path. Gemino warned him not to go to Rose, insisting that he meant nothing to her, that she only offered him sympathy to soothe her own guilt. But Leo brushed him off, saying it didn't matter. He pushed past Gemino and continued on. Meanwhile, inside the quarters, Rose handed Father a glass of blood, urging him to drink it and recover quickly. But he eyed her with suspicion. He reminded her that he has only been living in the castle after losing sight in his left eye. Then, asked directly if this was all part of her conspiracy. Just then, Leo burst into the room, weapon in hand, poised to strike. But before he could attack, Rose turned and grabbed his weapon and used it against him. Leo collapsed to the ground. Rose turned to Father and said in a steady voice, "It seems Leo was the one who told everyone about your weakness." Father asked if she was all right, as he'll resent her once he wakes up, when he's the one she loves. Rose replied that it was all right while tears flowed down her cheeks. She thought to herself that that's why it has to be Leo. Father knew she loved him, and now he will fully trust her and drink that blood. In the past, when Father had separated from his subordinates, he felt as though he was on the verge of death. That was when he encountered the witch who lived in the forest. He asked her for a way out, but she replied that he could not leave because he was already dead. Terrified of such an end and the darkness that loomed ahead, he placed his sword at her neck and demanded that she perform some kind of sorcery to save him. The method didn't matter to him. He just wanted to live. The witch warned him that he would regret it, but he insisted. So she asked him to make a promise first. After she brought him back to life, he must never come looking for her again. Gray replied that it was an easy promise to make and agreed without hesitation. Then the witch decided to give him her powers, saying she was bored of them anyway. She bit his neck, and after that, he turned into a vampire. He returned to his subordinates, overwhelmed by thirst, but decided against feeding on his own people. Later, when they encountered enemy troops, Gray defeated them all. His power was inhuman, and he found blood delicious. That was when he began to wonder, what if their enemies ever got hold of the same power? So he went back to the witch, who seemed unsurprised by his return. He asked what she had gained by giving him those powers. She replied that now as a human being, she had gained peace. But Gray attacked her and her head fell to the ground. As she lay dying, she reminded him that this was why she had told him never to return. He had broken their promise, and her blood would curse anyone who had it on their hands. His immortality was perfect, but his betrayal had cracked it. She foretold that his death would come from the blood of his fellow creatures, and a promise. After that, Gray lived for a long time as an immortal, drunk on victory in countless battles. He had become a different, inhuman entity, frozen in time like a painting, year after year. Then he met a woman named Diana, and for the first time he felt the joy of being human, the pleasant sound of laughter, the warmth. One day, Diana asked young Rose what she thought of the painting in front of them. Rose replied that it seemed incomplete, as there were still white spaces left in it. Diana explained that a painting is only complete when the artist decides it to be, and so is life. Some people close their eyes happily when they die, while others continue to live incomplete lives. Rose asked if that made them miserable. Diana went quiet, then muttered that it wasn't so terrible to live that way, but dying incomplete did make her feel a little miserable. Diana offered her blood to Gray from time to time. When he asked if she wasn't afraid of him, she replied that she wasn't. She added that he must have been terribly lonely in the endlessness of being incomplete. Gray thought that she understood him so well. It was as if she had once been immortal herself. If only he could become human again and breathe beside her. Meanwhile, Diana thought to herself that she had been waiting for him to fall in love with her completely. Then one night, Gray heard Rose's voice calling for him and woke up, only to find Diana standing on the balcony railing with Rose by her side. She asked if she had finally become his reason to live, and if Rose had also become essential to him. Gray begged her to come down, but she asked if he hadn't recognized her yet, adding that it had been so long. It was then that Gray finally realized she was the witch from the forest.